afternoon and welcome to Mulcahy Stadium. Dr. John Groth with you on the play-by-play. Not sure what happened to our camera there. It got moved around a little bit. We had it all set up. And we're just a few minutes for first pitch. Walk you through the lineups and the defensive alignment for the Pilots. Doubleheader day here at the ballpark. Beautiful day in Anchorage, 60 degrees, 64% humidity. We got a westerly breeze at about 7 miles an hour. That's going to blow out towards the left field foul pole. The lineup for the Chinooks, 9-12 on the year, led by first-year head coach Tim Cole. Here's the lineup Coach Cole's put down for today. Leading off is the catcher, Austin Young. Batting second, second baseman Ryan Linagio. Batting third, left fielder Ryan Callahan. Batting cleanup, third baseman Ryan Matheson. Batting fifth, the shortstop Tommy Rover. Batting seventh, first baseman Ty Beck. Batting seventh, the designated hitter Francis Segura. Batting eighth, the right fielder Kevin Duran. And batting ninth for the Chinooks, center fielder Mike Kelly. Pitching for the Chinooks is Evan Etchison. Defensively for the Pilots, Jacob Hinson in left field, Blake Jackson in center, Elijah Rodriguez in right field. Around the infield, Will Henson at third, Joey Wright at short, Will Bermudez at second, Nathan Barraza at first, Huck Wathan behind the plate, and on the mound, 6'2", 185, a left-hander from Louisiana Tech. Caden Copeland, first pitch from Copeland is right on the button at 2 o'clock. We're underway, and it's ball one. Next pitch, gonna miss high, 2-0. There's a strike. 2 balls and a strike. Beautiful day here in Anchorage. Boy, it's been a while since we saw Mr. Sunshine. We're thankful for it today. Beautiful day to play a doubleheader. In there for a strike, it's 2-2. So in the outfield, Stinson, Jackson, Rodriguez. And around the infield, Henson, Wright, Bermudez, Barraza. Wathan and Copeland, your battery for the Pilots. The 2-2. Missed high, it's a full count. Austin Young leading off. Chinooks wearing the red tops with the gray pants today. And the Pilots in their all whites, the Dodger blues. Dodger home unis. There's ball 4. There goes the perfect game. Austin Young will draw the first walk of the day. Here's Ryan Linagio. Chinooks come in 9-12. The Pilots 11-10. Battle for third and fourth place. The Nooks in fourth. The Pilots presently in third place in the ABL. First pitch is in there to Leo, strike one. Anchorage Bucks are in first at 10. They are 15-10, so nobody's running away with things here. Bucks at 15-10 in first place. The Miners are 1 game behind, 13-10. Then it's the Pilots, 11-10, 2 games behind. The Nooks are 4 games out of first, 9-12, and the Oilers are 7-13, 5.5 games out of first. So at this place in this season, as we turn the corner on the second half, 3 games in the loss column separate first from fifth. So anybody's race at this point, and whoever gets hot down the stretch is going to have a chance to be in those playoffs. 0-2 now to Leo, and a pick off, and Audie's back. Caden Copeland, the pitch. Little chopper that went off of him, and it went off, and the field umpire caught it. We do have a 3-man crew, which is good to see today. For Caden Copeland, 1-2 on the summer with a 7.16 ERA. 16 in a third inning so far for the left-hander. 18 strikeouts and 18 walks. This will be his 7th appearance and his 6th start for the Pilots. Next 0-2 pitch, got him. Good fastball in the outside half. First strikeout of the game for Caden Copeland. And that'll bring up the left fielder, Ryan Callahan.
Now batting, Ryan Callahan.
Copeland, the set, the pitch, and that's going to miss outside. 2 balls and no strikes. We got, not sure you can pick it up on the broadcast, but we got cottonwood seeds floating all over this ballpark, kind of like bubbles out of a bubble machine. There's a string of cottonwood trees next to the ballpark. That ball's fouled off to the right side. It's 2-1. Well, if you win both games today, you would be tied for third with the same Pilot club. It would make you 11-12, and it would put the Pilots at 11-12. And boy, an interesting factoid for the summer: the Chinooks have not lost on a Sunday. We had one Sunday off, but first Sunday was in Chugiak. It was a 9-8 win for the Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks. A walk-off. Ty Beck got the sacrifice fly to walk off the Pilots on the 11th of June. On the 18th of June, it was a 6-5 win. And Austin Young was the walk-off hero that day. And then last Sunday, we had a rain out on Wednesday, so we made up that Wednesday game with a doubleheader against these same Pilots. The Nooks were 7-4 winners in the opener and 12-1 winners in the nightcap. The Nooks are undefeated on Sunday here in the ABL. Next pitch just misses a bit high and away. It's 3-2. So the undefeated Sundays are on the line today for the Chinooks. 3-2, 1 out, the pitch. Missed, and it's a second walk of the inning for Caden Copeland. And there's 2 on, 1 out for the cleanup hitter, Ryan Matheson.
Now batting, Ryan Matheson.
Copeland checking the runner. The pitch missed inside. And much like yesterday's game with Matsu, the Chinooks getting some traffic early in the game. Foul ball off to the right side. It's 1-1. Boy, yesterday's game with Matsu, the Chinooks able to put. They had left 10 runners on base in the first 5 innings, and at that point, only held on to a 1-0 lead, and that came back to haunt them later in the game. The 1-1, and that's short of the plate. 2 balls and a strike to Ryan Matheson. Matheson, 6'1", 200 out of the Masters, a sophomore from Los Gatos, California. 2 on, 1 out, the pitch. Another foul ball off to the right side. And the count evens, 2-2. Well, the Oilers are back in the Anchorage area, so next game for the Chinooks will be at Lee Jordan Field against the Peninsula Oilers. They're down here for about 10 days. They'll play all 4 of the teams in this area. And then they'll finish up with, I think, a 5-game set against these Pilots, and then a 5-game series against the Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks to finish up ABL play. So one last swing to the Anchorage area for the Oilers, and then back home for 2 series. Matheson draws the 3rd walk of the inning. And a big opportunity here in the first inning. 3 walks and a strikeout. issued by Caden Copeland. And now it's Tommy Rover. And that'll bring a visit from one of the assistant coaches for the Pilots. As catcher Huck Wathen walked out there. Now you're going to get Bermudez coming in on the powwow. And every once in a while you can get a glimpse of those cottonwood seeds that are floating around all over the place. And that's par for the course this time of year.
Now due up 3 Tommy Rover.
Tommy Rover will step in, switch in shortstop, 5'8", 175, Fresno Pacific University, a sophomore from Brentwood, California. Big opportunity for the Nooks here in inning number 1. First pitch is in there, strike 1. Time called as Copeland's going to tie his shoe. One count, the set, the pitch. Grounder to second, this could be 2, 4, 6, and 3. And it's a 0 on the board. The Chinooks cannot capitalize. Rover grounds into a 4-6-3 twin killing, and that'll be it. No runs on no hits. You leave 2 on base. And after 1/2 inning, it's a Chinooks 0, and the Pilots coming to the plate. All right, let's walk you through the lineup for the Anchorage Glacier Pilots. They're led by first-year head coach Garrig Mosiello. They're 11-10 on the year. Here's the lineup Coach Mosiello has put down for Game 1 of the doubleheader. Leading off as a designated hitter, Will Carpenter. Batting second, second baseman Will Bermudez. Batting third, first baseman Nathan Barraza. The center fielder Blake Jackson backs cleanup. The right fielder, Elijah Rodriguez, will bat fifth. Batting sixth is third baseman Will Henson. Batting seventh is left fielder Jacob Stinson. Batting eighth is the catcher Huck Wathen. Batting ninth for the Pilots, shortstop Joey Wright. Evan Etchison, the first pitch. Off the plate, ball 1. Defensively for your Nooks, Ryan Callahan in left field, Mike Kelly in center. Kevin Duran gets the nod in right this afternoon in Game 1. Next pitch is in there, it's 1-1. Around the infield, Ryan Matheson at third, Tommy Rover at short, Ryan Leonasio at second, Ty Beck at first, Austin Young behind the plate, and on the mound, 6'2", 220, right-handed junior from Grace College, Evan Etchison. Etchison 0-1 with a 7.00 ERA. His fifth appearance, all 5 as a starter. And that one misses, 3-1. 18 innings so far for Etch, 14 strikeouts, 10 walks. For the junior from Grays College, Evan Etchison. Next pitch foul tipped, and it's a full count. Etchison, a native of Anderson, Indiana. And it's a full count. He'll go from the full windup. The payoff just misses. And like his counterpart, he walks the leadoff hitter. Well, stepping in now is the second baseman, left-handed batting Will Bermudez.
Second baseman, at UCR right, Will Bermudez.
Well, the Nooks not able to capitalize with the bases loaded situation and one out. And now the Pilots get their first base runner aboard. First pitch to Bermudez is a ball. It's 1-0. Next pitch is going to miss. 2-0. Snap throw over. Carpenter back in plenty of time. The Pilots beat the Bucks in their last game, so they're on a one-game winning streak. Before that, they were on a 3-game losing streak, courtesy of the Nooks. And as we said a moment ago, nobody just running away from things. In fact, yesterday, you had the last place Oilers defeat the first place Bucks soundly. Pull up the league scoreboard and see if I can find what that score was. Next pitch, that's drilled left field. Callahan going back to the wall, off the fence. And the throw to third, it's going to be close, but just under the tag is Carpenter, and Bermudez easily into second with a double. Nice piece of hitting there by the second baseman. Drove that ball the other way. And very quickly, the Pilots counter with 2 runners in scoring position of their own with nobody out. Here's Nathan Barraza. Barraza, 6'3", 215 out of Cal State Northridge, a junior from San Marcos, California. First pitch in there, strike one. Well, corners are in, infield back. Going to concede the run up the middle. As Etch tries to wiggle his way out of trouble here in the first inning. 0-1. That's low. 1 ball, 1 strike. The kick, the pitch. Boy, good spot there. Call the ball. We're going to be out here a while if Mr. Umpire doesn't open things up a bit. That was not off the plate. Might have been up or down, but got a pretty good vantage point from in and out from up here. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. Good located fastball right there. That'll even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Would love to hear from you. Let me know where you're watching from on this Sunday afternoon. A little earlier today, 2 o'clock start here in Anchorage. The 2-2. Boy, he reached out and just flared that one out of play. And we'll do it again with a 2-2 count. Had 2 4 o'clock starts yesterday, and the league is kind of moving towards earlier start times. All the regular games are at 6. Swing and a miss. Got him to bail on that and did take a swing at it. First strikeout of the day for Evan Etchison, and that's a big one here. Now you got to keep working against Blake Jackson.
Now batting,
Blake
center
Jackson,
fielder,
5'10",
UNC
190 out of
Charlotte,
UNC
Blake Jackson.
Charlotte, a senior from Coppell, Texas. And he'll have an opportunity to get the Pilots on the scoreboard here. First pitch, ground ball, fair ball inside third base bag. 2 runs are going to score. Jackson, a double, and the Pilots take a 2-0 lead. Boy, kind of fought that thing off, and it got between Matheson and the bag over at third. So 2 doubles in the inning, both of them the other way. This one, a 2 RBI double for Blake Jackson. And unlike the Chinooks, the Pilots take advantage here in the first. Here's Elijah Rodriguez for the first time today. Pilot right fielder, 5'9", 190 out of McLennan Junior College, a sophomore from Waco. First pitch catches the corner. Now we're starting to open that up a little bit. 0-1. Well, these are 7-inning ball games, so you love for in these 7s. You love to jump out early, and the Nooks had an opportunity, just couldn't quite get anything going. Had 3 walks and a strikeout and a double play. Here's the 1-1. Catches the corner, 1-2. Oilers come to Lee Jordan tomorrow, and then the Nooks are right back to Palmer and the minors. Boy, you came to the plate with Rover at second there, left that big hole. Got to do a little better job of communicating between the pitcher and the middle infielders. Don't want to be leaving holes in the infield. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Etch from the stretch, the 1-2. Line drive again. Boy, that almost snuck inside the bag as these lefties have taken Evan the other way. Bermudez drove a ball over the head of Ryan Callahan. And then it was Blake Jackson driving 2 guys in, sneaking it right between the bag and third baseman Ryan Matheson. There goes the runner, throw to third, and I think they got him, and they did. Nice job by Austin Young. He'll be caught stealing 2-5. Matheson a little bit tardy getting over there, but not a real smooth tag, but he got it on him. He was kind of falling down when he caught that throw from Audie. I'm not a huge fan of stealing third with a lefty up. Just gives that catcher such a open window to throw. And Austin did a good job of gunning him down. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, just like that. The inning is over. So Etch ends up striking out 2 batters in the inning, but the Pilots do get 2 runs on 2 hits, both of them doubles. And we'll go to the second inning. Your new score from Mulcahy Stadium. It's the Pilots 2 and the Chinooks 0. Welcome back to Anchorage, Alaska. Dr. John Groth on the play-by-play. As Ty Beck will lead it off, 6, 7, and 8 for the Chinooks. If you look at the team pitching right now, Miners at the top with a ERA of 3.85. Then it's the Oilers at 4.10 in second. First pitch to Ty, misses inside. In third is the Glacier Pilots, 4.60 team ERA. Then it's the Bucks, 5.19, and the Chinooks at 6.18 with team earned run average. So, kind of an interesting thing to look at. Oilers currently in last place with the second best ERA, and the Nooks are holding their own in the middle of the pack with a 6.18 ERA. So, and the Bucks, who are in first, second to last in ERA at 5.19. 3-0 to Ty, and it's a 4-pitch walk. Ty Beck will reach base, and just like last inning, Caden Copeland walks the leadoff hitter. That'll be walk number 4 for Copeland. Now it's Francis Segura for the first time. Next pitch, high pop-up, not going to leave the infield. And it'll be the shortstop, Joey Wright, squeezing that one for out number 1. So that'll bring up the right fielder, Kevin Duran. Kevin, 5'8", 175, out of Weatherford College, a freshman from Cleburne, Texas. Got to meet his family today at the Crossing Church. Guys all went to the 9:30 service. They got 3 services now in the summertime schedule. So first pitch off the plate, ball 1. Had to get down here earlier today than normal. 2 o'clock start time, so hustled down here and got ready for this doubleheader. Here's the 1-0 to Kevin Duran. Had a notion and took a strike. Two 2-0 Pilots as we play on here in the second inning. 7-inning games today. Both games will be 7s. Doubleheader day here at Mulcahy. Here's the pitch. Ball's hammered center field, and that's down. Kevin Duran, nice swing right there. And the Nooks got something brewing here in inning number 2. That'll be the first hit of the day for the Chinooks. First and second, 1 out. The 9-hitter Mike Kelly steps in. Let's see here. Colonel Ted's got the red Chinook shirt on today. No unit up. Tim Cole's got the short sleeve lightweight hoodie on. Athletes in action on the front. So there's your uniform check for the coaches in first and third base coaches box. First pitch missed. It's 1-0. The next pitch not close. 2-0. And what's interesting, even though you got the left-on-left matchup with Caden Copeland, the freshman or the sophomore from Louisiana Tech, on the mound for the Pilots, and Mike Kelly in the box, lefties don't see lefty hitters that much, so a lot of them struggle throwing to left-handed hitters. And boy, kind of changed his mind there, looked like. Mr. Umpire, a little delay call. 2-1. Copeland, the stretch, the pitch, and fouled off. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Chinooks trying to get on the board here. They loaded him up in the first inning, and Tommy Rover hit into a 4-6-3 double play to end the threat. 2 on, nobody, or 2 on and 1 out here for Mike Kelly. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him. Good breaking ball there. And that'll be the second strikeout of the day for Caden Copeland. Back to the top of the lineup, Austin Young. Audie drew a walk his first time up. Austin Young is 0 for 0. No official at bats in this game. First pitch, misses low, ball 1. Austin Young on the season, 254. 16 for 63, 8 runs scored, 3 doubles, 4 RBI. For the Chinook catcher. 2 outs and 2 on. A 1-0 count, the pitch. In there for a strike, it's 1-1. Well, much like yesterday, you've gotten a lot of traffic for these Chinook hitters. They have not been able to come up with the productive, timely hit. The 1-1. Fouled off, it's 1-2. Well, it's a welcome sunny day here in Anchorage. It's such a wet and cool summer. And looking at the weather report, looks like we're going to have a nice string of nicer days here coming up this week. Got a slight chance midweek to get a little shower, but temperatures are rising. That ball gets away from the catcher, Huck Watham. I'm going to score to pass ball. As that ball did not appear to hit before home plate. And boy, again, you got 2 in scoring position here for the Chinooks. A 2-2 count on Austin Young. The highs later in the week, Thursday's high 68. We haven't had many days like that at all. Here's the 2-2. Just missed. I could not have taken that with 2, and Audie gets the call. Full count on Austin Young. If he reaches, it would be Ryan Lenazio next. Caden Copeland, the set, the pitch, and he walked him. Second time Austin Young's drawn the walk. And that's 5 walks now for Copeland, and that will load them up for the 2nd inning in a row. Here's Ryan Leonasio, and Leo 311 on the summer, 23 hits, tied for the lead with Ryan Callahan. He's 23 for 74. First pitch just misses, ball 1. Leo has scored 15 runs, and that does lead the club. 6 doubles, and that leads the club. Got 9 RBIs on the summer. A chance to get some more here. That pitch is a strike on the outer half. 1-1. Young at first, Duran at second, Ty Beck at third. The 1-1 pitch, check swing, thought he might have gone. And Mr. Umpire says nope. So Leo might have got a little break there. It's 2-1. Nooks have loaded them up for the 2nd inning in a row. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Up the middle, base hit. 1 run will score. The 2nd runner will be sent. Here's the throw to the plate. Will not be in time. And we're tied at 2. And Ryan Lenasio, a clutch 2-out single up the middle, ties the ball game. Ty scored easily. And that play was closer than I thought it was going to be as Duran slid behind the tag. Still 2 on and 2 outs for Ryan Callahan. And Callie leads the club, 315. 23 hits in 73 at-bats. So he's got the same number of hits as Leo, just 1 less official at-bat. First pitch is short of the plate, ball 1. Callie 3 doubles, 10 RBI. 2-2 here in the top of the 2nd. So nice to get that timely hit by Ryan Lenasio. He's got a healthy lead at first. Be careful not get throw up the middle. There's a ball up the middle. That should end it. And Bermudez steps on second base for the easy out. For you if you're scoring at the house. But the Nooks 7 batters come to the plate, and they do get on the board. They tie it up. A 2-run, 2-out single by Ryan Linagio ties the score. And we'll be back with the bottom of inning number 2. For the Pilots, it'll be 6, 7, and 8. Henson, Stinson, and Wathan. Will Hanson to lead it off for the Pilots here. Bottom of the second. Evan Etchison, fastball off the plate, ball 1. Henson, Stinson, Wathan, 6, 7, and 8 for the Pilots. Next pitch is in there, strike 1. Henson, 6'2", 190 out of Ohio State University, a Buckeye. Sophomore from Chicago, Illinois. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the pitch. Fouls that one off, stays alive. Next pitch, swing and a miss, got him. Third strikeout for Etch. And there's one away here in the second inning. Now it's left fielder Jacob Stinson stepping in for the Pilots.
Left fielder, out of UC Irvine, Jacob Stinson.
6'1", 190 out of UC Irvine, a junior from Pleasanton, California. Stinson will step in from the left side. 4th lefty in the lineup so far for the Pilots. Takes ball 1. Ball's hammered to left. It's going to hang up, though, enough for Callahan to come in and make the catch. So I'm going to put L7 on my score sheet. Wasn't quite a fly ball, kind of a soft liner. And Ryan Callahan, pretty good jump, came in and made the grab. Here's Huck Wathan, the catcher. Wathan, 6'4", 215 out of UNC Charlotte. Sophomore from Charlotte, North Carolina. First pitch in there, strike 1. Next pitch, boy, right on point. Outside corner, 0-2. Full windup, the 0-2, and that's off the plate. That 1-2 just pumped it by him. Strikeout number 4 for the Etchman. 3 up, 3 down, nothing across in inning number 2. And we'll head to the third, all tied. Back in a minute. All right, we're out here in the outfield with Mark Schommer, and just let people know where you're from, what school you go to, and your position. Just some of these people may or may not watch us very often, but tell us a little bit about yourself and your first month in Alaska.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm from New Ulm, Minnesota, small little town in southern Minnesota. I go to the University of Mary in Bismarck, North Dakota. Kind of the middle of nowhere.
Right.
Makes for some interesting spring baseball when we have snow on the ground until May, but
Right.
but it's fun. It's a good challenge. I'm a right-handed pitcher. I'm a little funky. I'm a sidearmer.
Right.
Adds a nice little flair to the game. This past year at the University of Mary, I was our closer.
Okay, nice.
Had a good, fun year with all the guys. We were not quite as successful as I wish we would have been, but that's just how it plays out sometimes.
How'd you end up getting on this team?
To this team, so I played with Coach Cole last summer
Okay,
in Xenia.
All right, so
And-
you're second year AI guy.
Yeah, I am.
All right, nice.
Yep. And he asked me at the end of last summer to come up here, and I'm like, baseball in Alaska? How can I say no to that?
Right.
So I came up here, and it's been fantastic. The weather's been a little disappointing,
Right.
but besides that, it's so incredible to see God's power and glory manifested in all the mountains and his creation. It's beautiful. And going on 20-mile hikes and
Yep.
just seeing everything and seeing the creatures, seeing the mountains, being with the guys and sharing all that, all the goodness with all the guys is incredible.
That's the unique thing about the summer ball, and having gone through Xenia, you probably had a little taste of that last summer.
Mm-hmm.
Something a little different about being up here with a group of guys. I can't tell you exactly what that is, but any interesting or fun stories to share about your first month here?
Oh, for sure. So I alluded to that 20-mile hike. So Grant and I, a few weeks ago, we went for a hike at Eklutna Lake, and we were looking and we're like, oh, here's this nice, easy 4.5-mile one-way trail called Bold Ridge that goes off of the Eklutna Trail. And we thought that included the Eklutna Trail. So we're walking, and we get to mile 2, and we're like, there's 2.5 miles and 3,600 feet of elevation. This is going to be a pretty steep climb. We get to mile 3. We're like, is this right? We get to mile 4. We're like, okay, there's no way this is right. Did we miss something? Get to mile 5, and it's like, hoofda. We walk a little bit further, and right on the other side, there's a waterfall and a river, and then there's a trail going up, and we're like, we have 4.5 miles now?
Oh my gosh.
But we're like, we've gone this far.
Let's go.
Let's go. So then we start climbing. We get like 3 miles, and we finally break the timber line, and we look over, and we can see the entire lake. And we're like, wow, that's beautiful. But like, we wanted to see a glacier because the trail had said that there was
So
a
you kept
glacier
going.
from the top of the ridge.
Right.
And we're like, oh, we're so tired. But like, we got to keep going. We're this far. We can see the ridge. It's right there. So we get to the top, and we have the most phenomenal view I've ever seen in my life.
That's cool.
We look to our left, and there's the huge mountains, snow-capped mountains, and then the glacier situated in the middle. And then you have like the tributaries, rivers going into the main river, going into the lake. And then you see the lake, and then you can see the bay and Sleeping Lady Mountain, and it was like,
Okay.
wow.
Yeah.
You can just see everything
So it was
from
a
there.
clear day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
awesome.
It was incredible.
Not quite seeing that in Xenia.
Definitely not. Way better than Xenia. And then we start going down, and we get to the first 5 miles, we're all flat on the Eklutna Trail. So we get back down to that 5 miles. We're hiking. We get to about 2 miles into that 5 miles back, and we're just chatting, having a good conversation. And then like Grant says, just stops. And he's like, holy crap, there's a bear. I look up, I'm like, what? And sure enough, 50 feet away, there's a mama bear and a cub, and the cub shoots up the tree. So this cub's just sitting halfway up this birch tree, and the mama bear is sitting there, looks right at us, then goes back, and we're like, wow. So I, of course, go immediately to the bear spray.
Right.
And I'm like, okay,
Ready
this
to
might be
go.
the time. And I hadn't seen a bear yet, and it's been like almost 4 weeks. And then we're like, okay, we're all right. We take a couple pictures, and then the mama bear looks at us again, looks away, starts nibbling on some birch bark. And I'm like, okay, I better take the clip off just in case, because she keeps taking a couple steps and then stopping, couple steps and then stopping. And then they start crossing the road, because we were at like a trail, and then there was an ATV road too.
Okay.
And it was right at the junction of those. So she starts to cross this ATV trail, and she gets like 30 feet away from us. And we're like, oh boy. She looks right at us, takes 2 steps. We're like, okay, we're out. So then...
She didn't chase.
She didn't chase,
All right,
no.
good.
We backpedaled for a little bit, and then very quickly walked away.
Right.
And then went down and right next to the lake, and then came up a little further down. And as we're coming up, she stares at us again. This time she's like 100 feet away though, so it's all right. But she was ready for us.
Man, well, I'm glad you made it through there. You know, as strange as it sounds, there are bear encounters every summer, not necessarily by our players, but by a lot of tourists and also locals. This is their world, right? We're kind of invading their world. So
Yeah.
Pretty cool place to do that. Any other thoughts just in your first month here, either on the field or in discipleship, or anything you want to share with the folks watching?
Yeah, I just want to say that Athletes in Action is an incredible organization that combines two of my favorite things, my faith and my love of baseball. And it's unlike any other experience that I could have, and I wouldn't want to play for any other summer ball team. Like, if I'd go play for a summer ball team next year, it just wouldn't be the same.
Right.
Because you're so isolated. Like, yeah, you guys have all the guys that love baseball, but the aspect of faith just really ties us all together and makes for a deeper connection than any other experience I've ever had with the game. And I love that, and it's very powerful.
Well, I was born in Minnesota, so my heart goes
Really?
out to you. I'm a Minnesota-born guy. I was born up in the city. So
Okay.
thanks for being on this team. Thanks for what you add to our team and our pitching staff. We do have a nice day today, even though it's been cold and wet most of the summer. It's a beautiful day here in Anchorage. Looking forward to seeing you throw some more in that mound and hearing more of your story and discipleship. Thanks, Mark.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, while we listened to that interview from Mark Schommer, one of our relief pitchers, the Nooks went in order. Ryan Matheson, a really good at bat, ended up striking out swinging. Tommy Rover grounded out to short, and then Ty Beck hit a ball right up the middle. And I don't know if you noticed it or not, but boy, second baseman, what a great play by Will Bermudez. That ball got past the shortstop's glove, Joey Wright. Somehow Bermudez able to glove it and get enough on the throw to get ties. So the Nooks go in order, and now it's the Pilots' turn. 9-1-2 here in their half of the third inning. Joey Wright will lead it off. We're tied at 2. Again, a 7-inning ball game, as it's game 1 of 2 today. Doubleheader day at the ballpark. First pitch outside to Joey Wright, first time against Evan Etchison. Check swing, called a strike. Joey Wright, 5'11", 165, out of UC Davis, a freshman from Newport Beach, California. Well, he fouled that one up right up past us here in the press box, out of play. 1-2. Well, we got, looks like maybe a youth league practice out there in one of those fields. Other field vacant this afternoon. And that's going to miss. Full count. Might be a game. I see some umpires out there. Strike 3 called. Joey Wright thought he had ball 4, and it wasn't. It was strikeout number 5 for Evan Etchison. He struck out 4 of the last 5 batters he's faced. Top of the lineup, Will Carpenter walked his first time up. First pitch to Carpenter. Off the plate, ball 1. Carpenter, 317 on the season. Pitches in there. It's 1-1. 20 is 63. 7 runs scored. 3 doubles, a triple, 19 RBIs. And that 19 RBIs tops on the club. The 1-2 pitch is low. Evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. We're in the bottom of the third of a 7-inning ball game. The 2-2 pitch got it by him. That's 3 strikeouts in a row. He struck out 4 of the last 5 batters. That'll bring up the second baseman, Will Bermudez. Bermudez doubled to left his last time up, drove the ball over Callahan's head. And on the season, Bermudez leading the Pilots 391. 9 for 23. Scored 10 runs. He's got a triple and 2 RBI. Bermudez was not here for the first week or so of this summer. This will be game number 10 for Will Bermudez. Ball is pretty well hit to center. Kelly got a beat on it in the gap, and he caught it. 3 up, 3 down, nothing across F8 if you're scoring at the house. A 0 on the board for the Etchman. We're going to the 4th. 7, 8, 9 for the Nooks. Segura, Duran, and Kelly. You're watching Alaska Baseball League action on the Chugiak Eagle River Chinook Network.
Special thanks to one of our sponsors, Video.
Francis Segura will lead it off for the Nooks here in inning number 4. Segura popped up to the shortstop on the first pitch he saw on his first at-bat. 2 for 13 coming in. This is Francis' 5th game since returning off the injury to his forearm. Takes ball 1. Does have a couple of RBI. 1-0 pitch, gonna miss outside, 2-0. Segura, Duran, Mike Kelly for the Nooks here in the 4th inning. And Caden Copeland still on the mound for the Pilots. He's walked 5 Chinooks. There's a strike, 3-1. Came in 16 1/3, striking out 18 and walking 18. So you like the strikeouts, the walks you could do without, and there's another one. So that's 6 walks in 3 innings.
Now batting, Kevin
For a
Duran.
left-hander from Louisiana Tech. And stepping in now is Kevin Duran. He singled to center his first time up. For 1. Kevin came into the ball game hitting an even 200, and kind of spun his way out of the way, almost brought the barrel through the zone. Pitch was called a ball. 5 for 25 on the year for Kevin. The 1-0 ground ball. This could be 2. 6, 4, and 3. Boy, he hit that ball hard, and it went right to Joey Wright at short. The second double play of the day for the Pilot infield. And that'll erase the base runner, and there's 2 outs.
With 2 down in the 4th inning, now batting, Mike Kelly.
Here's the 9-hitter, Mike Kelly. And the Chinook center fielder, 294 on the summer. 15 for 51. Pitches off the plate, called a strike. Kelly does have 10 runs scored in a triple. He's driven in 4. Ryan Matheson leads the Chinooks with 13 RBI. Then it's Tommy Rover with 11. And Callahan with 10. Fly ball center field playable. And easy catch out there for Blake Jackson. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4th inning for the Chinooks. F8 if you're scoring at the house. We'll head to the bottom half. It's still 2-2. Welcome back to Anchorage, Alaska. Dr. John Groth with you. Bottom of the 4th inning. 1-1 pitch swung on and missed. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes to 3-hitter Nathan Barraza, the first baseman. Struck out swinging his first time up. Pretty well hit center. Mike Kelly right on it. 1 out. So barreled that ball up. Didn't get it too deep. The wind picking up a little bit, blowing straight from the right field foul pole towards the left field foul pole. That's kind of the prevailing wind when it's warm here. Westerly wind at game time, it was 7. Appears to have picked up a little bit here as those flags are blowing pretty good in the left field corner of this ballpark. Stepping in for the Pilots, Blake Jackson, a 2 RBI double. The 1-0 pitch is going to miss low. 2 balls and no strikes to the Pilots center fielder. And that pitch is off the plate. Blake Jackson, another Pilot with a hefty 385 average. Second on the club, takes a strike, it's 3-1. 20 for 52, 16 runs scored. 4 doubles, 3 triples, 6 RBI. And Etch comes right back and it's a full count. 3-2. The payoff. Fly ball out of play, do it again. Evan Etchison has retired 8 Pilots in a row, going back to that first inning. And he has struck out 6 of them. Another 3-2 pitch off the plate, and he walked him. That's the first base runner. And the last base runner was Jackson. And for Etch, that'll be second walk of the ball game. 1 on, 1 out. Elijah Rodriguez struck out his first time. 0 for 1. Rodriguez, 320 average for the Pilots. 24 of 75, 16 runs scored. That's second on the club in that category. 4 doubles. First pitch is off the plate, 1-0. Rodriguez leads the club, second, excuse me. 17 RBIs is second to leadoff hitter Will Carpenter. Carpenter's got 19. 1 ball, no strikes. At the right on left matchup here with Evan Etchison, the junior from Grace College, Anderson, Indiana, facing Elijah Rodriguez, the 5-hitter in the Pilot lineup. The 1-0. Fouled it straight back. It's 1-1. Next pitch misses. It's 2 balls and a strike. 1 out, 1 aboard. Okay, that's going to go next door. Three balls and a strike now. Snap throw over. Blake Jackson diving back. 2-2 our score, bottom of the 4th. The pitch. There goes the runner. Throw down, and the ball went to the first base side of the bag. Leo tried to stop it, but it goes into center field. So it'll be a stolen base for Blake Jackson, and an E2 will move him to third base. And the pitch was ball 4, so now you got runners on the corners. Back-to-back walks for Evan Etchison. And that's going to bring out the Babe. He's got the uni on today. Like to see it. He's going to call all the infielders in, have a little chat. We're tied at 2, first and third. Will Henson will step in. He struck out his first time up, so Rodriguez, pretty good runner at first base. In fact, he leads the club with 9 of 12 stolen bases on the summer. So you're probably going to see some movement on the bases here in this next sequence. We're tied at 2, the bottom of the 4th inning. Blake Jackson, stolen base number 4 for him a moment ago. And they're not going to keep hits and errors on the scoreboard, so we'll be guessing at that all afternoon. There goes the runner on the first pitch. Popped up right field. Duran's coming in, and he makes the catch. He'll throw to the plate, and now you got a runner and a rundown. And you flip it back and forth. You tag the runner. Double play. And so nicely done there by the Chinooks. Henson flies out on the F9, and after that, boy, let's see if you can figure it out. 9, 2, 5, 1. That's what it went. Jackson got caught in the rundown. Pretty good job by the Nooks to handle that rundown. It doesn't always happen that way. And a 0 on the board. So we'll go to the 5th inning, still tied at 2 for the Chinooks. Top of the lineup, Austin Young, Ryan Linagio, and Ryan Callahan. Welcome back to Anchorage, Alaska. We play on here in the 5th inning. Austin Young will lead it off. We're still tied at 2. Both teams 2-run singles, or 2-run base hits, I should say. As Ryan Lenazio, a 2-run single in the 2nd inning. And Blake Jackson, a 2-run double in the 1st inning. That's it for the scoring. It's been 0 since then. We're playing on in the 5th of a 7-inning game, so into the late innings of this one. And we're tied. Caden, well, actually, we got a new pitcher. First pitch, next pitch is in there. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Give you some info on the pitcher momentarily here. New pitcher is Cole Clark, 6 foot 185 out of Loyola Marymount. There's ball 2. Cole Clark, a freshman from Los Angeles, California. Take over for Caden Copeland here in inning number 4. Swing and a miss. So we've seen Cole Clark before. Next pitch swung on and missed, and there's a strikeout. First strikeout for Cole Clark. That'll be strikeout number 4 for Pilot pitching. And now it's Ryan Lenazio. And Leo got the big hit to give the Chinooks their 2 runs. First pitch, that's hammered left field to the wall and out of here. Ryan Lenazio has given the Nooks a 3-2 lead, a solo home run here in the 5th. Well, he liked the pitch. He saw the first one, and he hit it over the wall for a solo homer. And it's 3-2 Chinooks. And Chinooks have not been the big power hitting team this summer. Pretty sure that's Leo's first of the summer. And indeed it is. Only the 3rd homer for the Chinooks all summer. Swing and a miss by Callie. 0-1. So that's RBI number 10 for the Chinooks second baseman. And it gives the lead back to the guys in red. 0-2 on Ryan Callahan. A little tapper to second, and Bermudez will pick it up, throw it out. And there's 2 away. Here's Ryan Matheson, 0 for 1, a strikeout and a walk for Matheson. First pitch in there, and it's 0-1. Well, let's see how many times Mr. Clark is throwing against the Nooks here. This is his 3rd time to pitch against the Chinooks. He threw in a June 18th loss, and he threw in the June 24th win. So a couple of appearances, both times 4 innings for Clark against the Chinooks. Overall, he's 3-0. 8th appearance of the summer. He has started 6 games, 28 2/3, 27 strikeouts, just 15 walks. So pretty good numbers for the freshman from Loyola Marymount, a Los Angeles, California native, Cole Clark. 2-2 count on Ryan Matheson. Fastball misses up. It's a full count. Austin Young struck out to lead the inning off. A solo homer by Leo and a ground out by Ryan Callahan. The 3-2 got him, just tipped his jersey. Officially, it'll be a hit batter. And Matheson is aboard with 2 outs. Now it's Tommy Rover. A couple of ground balls, 1 to short, 1 to second. Last time grounded into yeah, last time grounded out to short. First inning, he ended the first inning with a 4-6-3 double play. He'll flip it back over to the left. The switch hitting shortstop takes strike one. We're in the top of the fifth. 3-2 Chinooks. Solo homer by Ryan Leonasio. Fly ball, pretty well hit the center, but playable for Blake Jackson, and he'll squeeze that for the final out of the inning. F8 if you're scoring at the house. 1 run on 1 hit, 1 left for the Chinooks. Your new score after 4.5 innings. We're playing 7 here. Doubleheader day at Mulcahy Stadium. It's the Nooks 3, Pilots 2.
Chinooks 3, Pilots 2.
Bottom of the 5th inning here in Anchorage. 3-2 Chinooks. Pilots 7, 8, 9 coming to the plate. This is Jacob Stinson for the second time. And I was reading the wrong numbers for Cole Clark. Those were Aaron Siniceros numbers a moment ago. I just realized that. Cole Clark, 2-2 on the summer with a 4.33 ERA. He's pitched in 10 games, only 1 start. Does have a save, 18 2/3, 13 strikeouts, 6 walks for Cole Clark, so my apologies. Pitch misses, it's 1-1 to the left fielder, Jacob Stinson, who lined out to left field his first time up. Next pitch, in there for a strike. Another flyover constantly happening here. Right between 2 airports down in Anchorage. The 1-2. Little tapper foul. First base side. Next pitch, fastball misses up and away. Counts even 2-2. Stinson, a .250 average, 6 for 24, couple of runs, scored a double, does have a home run, and 4 RBI for the Pilots. He's worked it to a full count now against starter Evan Etchison, as Etch takes this game into the 5th. Fly ball, shallow left, could be trouble if it stays fair, and just drifts foul. That wind blowing it about 6 or 8 feet foul. With no wind, that probably would have plopped in for a double. But the wind has picked up as we started the day at westerly breeze about 7. Probably picked up into the teens by now. That flag's going pretty good out there. Hanging it right at 60 degrees, mostly sunny skies here in the Anchorage area. Going to hang around the 60-degree mark, and later in the week, mid to upper 60s. The 3-2, and he walked them. Stinson leads inning number 5 out with a base on balls. That'll be walk number 4 for Evan Etchison. Here's the 8-hitter, catcher Huck Wathen. going to show bunt, foul it off. First base side, boy, almost a self-defense type of attempt there. The ball knocked the bat back into the, I don't know if that bat hit him in the face. Kind of looked like it. He held the bat out, and as soon as the ball hit the bat rebounded back towards Watson. And we got all kinds of airplanes flying around here making noise. Well, it's a beautiful day to fly, that's for sure. 0-1 the count, the pitch. He's going to show bunt and duck out of the way again. And see if they keep the bunt on here. We're at the 8th position in the lineup. And Watson, an .083 hitter. He's 3 for 36. And has a notion but holds up. It's 2-1. It's his 12th game of the summer. 3 runs scored. He does have a double, and he's got 1 RBI. Takes a rip at that pitch, fouls it off. It's 2-2. Well, you'd love to get that double play ball here and erase the base runner. It's a 1-run Nook lead here in the 5th. We're playing 7. Line shot foul. Third base side. Do it again. Since Stinson drew the leadoff walk, is at first base. He's 0 for 1 in stolen bases this summer. So not a likely threat to steal a bag. You might start him here just to kind of stay out of the double play. Not going. And another tapper foul, third base side. Matheson over to snag it in the coach's box. Bottom of the 5th, 3-2 Chinooks. Hey! Nora and Abby are listening. And he hit him. 2 runners on. A walk and a hit batter. And just like that, the tying and go-ahead runs are on base. Well, Nora and Abby. Nora and Abby, Papa says hello from Alaska. Glad you're watching this baseball game. And I miss you guys. Glad you're watching some baseball with your own dad. And here comes Tim Cole. We're going to have a pitching change. So we'll let you know who the new pitcher is for the Chinooks here in a moment. They hold on to a 3-2 lead here in the bottom of the 5th. But the Pilots threatening. 9-hitter coming to the plate, Joey Wright. And we'll have a new pitcher. Let you know who that is when we return. All right, welcome back to Anchorage. The new pitcher is Mark Schommer, 5'10", 190, a right-handed senior from the University of Mary. He is a native of New Ulm, Minnesota, and if you were listening earlier, you heard Mark on the interview. I interviewed him today in the outfield. So Mark Schommer will take over for Evan Etchison. Right now, Etch would be the pitcher of record. And depending on how this one plays out, in a 7-inning game, you got to go 4. And if they hold the lead here for the rest of the game, it would be a W for Etch. Well, I just want to say hi again to my beautiful granddaughters, Nora and Abby. And, of course, my son Joshua and Sarah back in Richardson, Texas. They are wonderful granddaughters, and I'm glad that they're able to watch a little baseball with their dad. Hear Papa on the play-by-play. We'll be home soon enough. Looking forward to seeing you guys again. A little warmer there than here. We're happy to get 60 today. And we're happy to see some sunshine. It's been a rainy, cold summer here in Alaska. It's a great day for a doubleheader, so Joshua, thank you for letting me know that the girls were watching. Back at baseball, as the Pilots, a golden opportunity here. Joey Wright struck out swinging his first time. Got to believe you're going to bunt here. Schommer from the stretch, and he'll spin, and no throw there. Just going to try to keep that runner close to second base. A one-run ball game, tying run at second. That's Jacob Stinson. Huck Wathen at first. First pitch. There is the bunt. Fouls it off. So, strike one. Got to believe you're going to stick with that for another pitcher. You're at the 9 position. For Mark Schommer, this is appearance number 5 of the year. 0-0 with a 4.15 ERA. He does have 1 save, 4 in a third innings, 3 strikeouts and 3 walks. For the senior from the University of Mary and the New Ulm, Minnesota native, Mark Schommer. And the bunt attempt was fouled off, so now it's 0-2. Joey Wright, a .308 batter on the year. Fouls that one off. Count remains 0-2. 8 for 26, couple of runs scored, 1 double and 3 RBI for the Pilots shortstop. The next 0-2 pitch. Boy, well hit ball past Leo into right field. And the runners will be held. The bases are loaded. And Leo, good effort there, just couldn't come quite up with it. Couldn't come up with it. And that'll be a single. And that'll load the bases. Top of the lineup now, Will Carpenter. 0 for 1. He did score a run as he walked in the first inning. Ended up scoring on the double by Blake Jackson. 3-2, but the Pilots have loaded him with no one out here in the 5th. First pitch, foul tip. Audie holds on, strike 1. Well, now you're going to concede the run up the middle. And the corners are playing in, so you're going to try to cut that run down if the ball's hit on either corner infield. The 0-1 pitch in there for a strike. It's 0-2. Well, you got to force it all 4 bases here. You'd like to get a double play, and I always like to say you'll take the triple play if you can get it. The 0-2. Up the middle, this is going to be 2, 6, and 4, and 3, and you trade a double play for a run. So the game is tied. It will not be an RBI for Carpenter as he grounds into the easy 6-4-3 twin killing. And Wathen will go to third base with 2 outs. And boy, you really need to shut this thing down and keep it tied here. Will Bermudez, a double and a fly ball to center. He's going to show bunt and jump out of the way. The pitch wasn't that. He kind of leaned into that as he squared around. Very unorthodox 2-out safety squeeze there. Although Ty, if you pull it
if you pull a push bunt to first base, probably more logical there, as Ty's playing back at first and Leo back at second. So if you are thinking of safety squeeze here with 2 outs, you're bunting for a hit on the right side of the infield. It's a 2-0 count. Foul tip, it's 2-1. We're tied at 3 now. Both teams have scored a run in the 5th. The Chinooks scored via the long ball. Ryan Linagio, a solo home run to left. And the Pilots kind of manufactured a run. A walk, a hit batter, and a single. Swing and a miss, 2-2. And right now, that will take Etch out of the decision in terms of who gets the win in this game. So we'll see how this progresses, but both starters out of the mix now. Pretty good spot. Schommer thought he had strike 3, and he'll have to retreat back to the rubber. Mr. Umpire says not this time. 3-2, 2 outs. Huck Wathan at third base for the Pilots. The kick and the payoff. Pretty well hit to center. Shallow. Kelly coming in, and he's got it for the third out. F8 if you're scoring at the house. The Chinooks, however, give up a run on 1 hit. And after 5 complete innings, we are now tied at 3. We're playing 7 here. Doubleheader day at the ballpark. Back in just a minute. Ty Beck will lead it off for the Chinooks here in the top of the 6th inning. Again, a 7-inning affair here. We'll have 2 7s on doubleheader day at Mulcahy Stadium. We're tied at 3. Ty Beck 0 for 1. He grounded out to second his last time up. Ground ball, right side. That'll get through the hole. And the Chinooks got the go-ahead run aboard here in the 6th inning. That'll bring up Francis Segura, the DH. Now it becomes a little bit of a cat and mouse here as to whether Coach Cole is going to play small ball, giving some signs to the batter Segura and the base runner Ty Beck. The pitch. Ball gets away. And it did hit the dirt, so Ty will get to second base. I'm going to call it a wild pitch. And now you got the go-ahead run in scoring position. You might stay with the bunt. We'll see here. Barraza thinks so. He's creeping at first base. And you got Henson at third creeping in. Ground ball to third, and it will not get over Henson's head as Segura is tagged out. The throw was errant to Barraza. He came off the bag and tagged Francis as he got to the bag. So it'll go 5-3 And Ty will stay at second base. Now it's Kevin Durant. Base hit to center. Scored a run in the second inning. And he grounded into a double play his last time up. So Kevin 1 for 2 today. Got a chance to give the Nooks the lead here in the 6th inning. Big hack right there, strike 1. The set and the 0-1. Boy, well short of the plate. Ty thought about going to third, then he put his foot in the ground and went back to second. Bermudez tried to fake like the ball got into center field to get Ty to come off second, and the Chinook dugout giving him a little bit of the razzing there. I like it, keeping his head in the game, trying to get an out. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. The Chinook right fielder, Kevin Durant. Top of the 6th. We're playing 7. We're tied at 3. Looks another opportunity here. Have left 4 on base, 3 of them in scoring position. And the Pilots, not a whole lot of traffic until that 5th inning. The 1-2. Foul tip. He hangs tough. The Pilots have only left 2 on base and only 1 in scoring position through the first 5 innings. They have not had a lot of traffic. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 away. The pitch. Line drive, right field, base hit. Ty Beck will be held at third, and the Nooks will have runners on the corners. Only 1 out here in the 6th inning. Kevin Durant's second hit of the ball game. So you got Ty at third, Kevin Durant at second or first, and the center fielder Mike Kelly coming up. A strikeout, a fly ball to center. Boy, this is a tell you what, safety squeeze in play right here, as you got to hold that runner at first base. Safety squeeze it to first, get a run, take the lead. Fastball misses high, ball 1. Cole Clark still on the mound for the Pilots. The freshman out of Loyola Marymount came on in the 5th inning. Here's the 1-0. Fly ball left field, should be deep enough. We'll see. Here's the catch. Ty's going to tag. Here comes the throw to the plate. The relay is not in time. And the Nooks take a 4-3 lead. Sac fly for Mike Kelly. Kevin stayed at first base. There's 2 outs in the inning. And Jacob Stinson threw that ball to Will Henson at third on the cut. And by the time he could relay it to the catcher, Huck Wathen, Ty Beck raced home. Head first slide gives the Nooks the 4-3 lead. And trying to keep Kevin Durant close to first base. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the leadoff hitter, Austin Young, for the 4th time. Audie 0 for 1 with a couple of walks today. That pitch is short of the plate, 2-0. Now the Nooks have scored now in back-to-back innings. It was a 2-2 game for the first 4 innings. A solo homer by Leo gave the Nooks a 3-2 lead. The Pilots would tie in the bottom. Now the Nooks have come right back to take the lead. Swing and a miss by Audie. It's 2-1. Well, this is all set up by the leadoff single by Ty Beck. He got wild pitch to second. That was a big play in this inning. There goes Duran. The throw to second. And safe. Boy, Bermudez was late getting there. That was a pretty good throw. And he had to dive to catch the ball. Tried to reach back and tag Kevin. But now you got another run in scoring position. Kevin Durant steals his first base of the summer. He's now 1 for 2. 3 balls and 2 strikes to the Chinook catcher, Austin Young, looking for his 3rd walk in the game. Here's the pitch. Takes a hack at a fastball, fouls it straight back. Austin, club leading 19 walks coming into the ball game. He's got 21 now. The kick and the next payoff pitch missed inside. It's the 3rd walk of the game. And
Now, Ryan Leonasia.
here's Ryan Leonasia, who homered his last time up. I'm looking back. That's 7 walks for Pilot pitching today. And first and second for Leo. First pitch. Pop up. And who's going to get it? Bermudez calling at second base. He'll squeeze it, and that'll be your inning. That'll go P4 if you're scoring at the house. But the Nooks get 1 run on 2 hits. They leave 2 on. And your new score after 5.5, it's the Chinooks 4 and the Pilots 3. Bottom of the 6th here in Anchorage. Back and forth battle here in game 1 of a doubleheader. 3, 4, and 5 for the Pilots. 4-3 Nooks. As we go to the bottom of the 6th, again a 7-inning affair, so getting late in this one. Mark Schommer back on the mound, pumps a fastball right by Barraza, strike 1. Barraza 0 for 2 today, a strikeout, fly ball to center. The 0-1 pulls off the breaking pitch, fouls it off. No balls, 2 strikes. Well, a very nice day here in Anchorage. Boy, we're thankful for the nice day. We just haven't seen Mr. Sunshine very much at all this summer, and it's just amazing what the sun does for your demeanor. 1 ball, 2 strikes. To first baseman Nathan Barraza, just a bit low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody on, nobody out. 3, 4, 5 for the Pilots this inning. Boy, he got fisted, and Leo, routine play at second, 1 out. Got in on the hands of Barraza. And these wood bats, boy, not very forgiving on those kind of pitches. And there's one out. Blake Jackson, 1 for 1. He got the big hit in the first inning, a double to left to go with a walk. So Jackson 1 for 1. First time he'll face Mark Schommer. And pitch misses. Well, right now it would be Mark Schommer with a decision if the Nooks can hold on to the lead. And if the Pilots end up coming back, it would be Cole Clark, pitcher of record so far. Don't see a lot of activity in either bullpen at this point. 3-0 now. You fall behind center fielder Blake Jackson, you really don't want to put this guy on. Pretty good speed. He'd be a candidate to try to get a bag and get into scoring position. Here's the 3-0. And he walked him. And let's see here. That's the first walk for Schommer. 5 walks for Chinook pitching. Elijah Rodriguez will step in. Strikeout and a walk for Rodriguez today. He's 0 for 1. Blake Jackson, 3 for 4 in stolen bases this summer. So the guy at the plate leads the club with 9. So pretty good speed here at home plate on the bases. First pitch misses, ball 1. So right now, Schommer struggling to throw strikes. The 1-0 pitch is going to miss. 2-0. So you got to take a breath here, step off the mound a bit, regroup. Schommer, the set, the 2-0. In there for a strike, it's 2-1. There's what you needed right there. Boy, you'd love to get a double play ball here and end the inning. Snap throw over is going to keep Jackson close to first base. The 2-1. That's off the plate. 3-1. Well, you'd love to flip and dip something right here. You're a Chinook fan. Here's the 3-1. Runner on the move, fouled off. Do it with a full count. Flipped up the coverages up the middle. Here's the 3-2. Runner moving, and there's ball 4. Back-to-back walks here with 1 out. Has put the tying and go-ahead runs on base. Second walk for Schommer. 6 walks for Nook pitching, and here comes Coach Cole. He's just gonna. I think this is just a settle down type of visit. Well, no, you're actually going to bring in Ryan Matheson. So Logan Mance will take over and you'll burn your DH. So Francis Segura out of the game now as you bring Matheson in to pitch. And Logan Mance will take over at third base. So if you are scoring at the house, Logan Mance will be your 7-hitter now, and you're in a straight 9-man lineup. And let's give you some numbers on Ryan Matheson.
The new pitcher on the mound for the Chinooks is Ryan Matheson.
Let's see here. For Ryan Matheson as a pitcher, 2-0 with a 2.57 ERA. This will be his 7th appearance of the summer for the Chinooks. He's got 2 saves. 7 innings pitched, 9 strikeouts, just 2 walks for the sophomore from Los Gatos, California, and the Masters University. Ryan Matheson takes over on the mound for the Chinooks, trying to preserve a 4-3 lead. And his first batter, he'll face Will Henson. Henson has struck out and flown out to right field in this game. And with 1 out, you wouldn't think the bunt in order. Henson only a 156 average on the summer. So back in just a minute. All right, so now it is Ryan Matheson to take over for Mark Schommer. And Mr. Umpire still trying to figure it out. I don't know what took him so long to write that down, but he's down there writing down the changes. He's going to take a peek at Ryan Matheson. Been a while since he's pitched. Last time he threw was on the 2nd, which was a week ago today against this same Pilot club. He's thrown, this is his 4th appearance against the Pilots. First pitch in there, strike 1. So his last appearance was last Sunday in the Game 1 victory in 9-4. He threw 1 inning, struck out 3 batters, walked 1. So it's been a good summer on the mound and at the plate for the right-hander. Here's the 0-1. Misses inside to Will Henson. Again, Will Henson, a strikeout, a flyout. 0 for 2. He'd love to get that double play ball here. As you got Jackson at second, Rodriguez at first with 1 out. The 1-1 pitch, and that might have got him, almost hit him. Just got out of the way. 2 balls and a strike. Here's the 2-1 offering. That's in there for a strike. It's 2-2. You gotta be heads up here. As Henson, he already flew out to right field. Leo given a big hole on that right side of the infield. He's gonna scoot over. The 2-2 struck him out. High and tight, and he got him to chase. 2 outs in the inning. First strikeout for Ryan Matheson. That'll be 7 strikeouts for Nook pitching. And that will bring up the left fielder, Jacob Stinson. A line out to left, a walk. He's 0 for 1. First pitch to Stinson. Hard hit in the hole, base hit. You're going to send the runner. Here's the throw from Cali. It will not be in time. We're tied at 4. Everybody's safe. Good piece of hitting right there by Stinson. He took a fastball that was away from him, and he got it by Tommy Rover at short. And the RBI single by the left fielder Stinson ties the ball game. Rodriguez ends up at third base, so you got runners on the corners. Still 2 outs, so you're still going to have have to get some work done here as the go-ahead run 90 feet away. Huck Wathan, the catcher, a strikeout and a hit by pitch. He's 0 for 1. First pitch in there, strike one. Wathan on the year coming in 083, 3 out of 36 on the season. The 0-1 pitch, breaking pitch, misses inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Next pitch. Boy, late on that one. Look out in the Pilot dugout, first base side of this ball field. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, we've had an even ball game all afternoon, and we're back where we started, 4-4. The runners thought about going, but he just pumped a fastball by him. Second strikeout for Matheson, 8 punch-outs for the Nook pitching. But the Pilots get 1 run on 1 hit. They leave 2 guys on. And we're through 6 innings. And we're tied again, 4-4. Back in a minute. All right, the Pilots have gone back to the bullpen as we're tied at 4 and we're playing on here in the 7th inning. This is going to be it. And it's Max Martin, 6'5", 190, a right-handed freshman from UC Irvine. Northridge, California native, takes over for Cole Clark. And he will face the meat of the Chinook lineup. Ryan Callahan, the 3-hitter, leads it off. And that ball misses. 2-0. Big, lanky right-hander. Just his 3rd appearance of the summer. Max Martin, 0-0 with a 0 ERA. He's only thrown an inning and 2/3 this summer. Struck out 2, has not walked a batter. Given up a couple of hits. Freshman from UC Irvine. 3-0, and there's a 4-pitch walk and the go-ahead run on base. First walk of the day for Max Martin. And walk number 8 for Pilot pitching.
Now up, Ryan Matheson.
Here's Ryan Matheson with Callie at first, nobody out. Matheson has walked, struck out swinging, got hit by a pitch. Officially, he's just 0 for 1. And he's the pitcher. Trying to help his own cause here. Takes ball 1. 5 balls in a row from reliever Max Martin. From this set, the pitch. Got jammed. This is a tough play, and boy, you're going to have interference right there. The runner's going to be out. It is. That's a good call. You can't interfere with the fielder's chance to field the play. And I don't know that there's any kind of argument here. That ball was hit right at the second baseman, Will Bermudez, and they were on a collision course. Ryan Callahan ran right into what would have been Bermudez's path to the ball. And the field umpire and Coach Cole going at it here. I'm not sure there's an argument. And he's going to ask at least if they can get there's no way that that guy at first base is going to overturn this. And what you got to do there is you got to avoid the fielder. You can't inhibit his ability to catch the ball. And there was definitely, there was definitely a situation where, and I think what Callie's saying is he stopped and got out of the way. They both kind of stopped. And it was definitely the base runner affected the defensive play. They're going to keep the call. So Tim Cole just got thrown out of the game. He's maintained that Ryan Callahan stopped, and he can't control Bermudez. If Bermudez stops, that's, there's nothing that the base runner can do to force that guy. Yeah, I think it's a judgment call on the umpire whether there was the base runner impeded the fielder. And from my perspective, it kind of looked like that's kind of what happened. Is Callie pulled up, but he pulled up really late. By the time he pulled up, Bermudez pulled up, and so it's a tough call. And I know Coach Cole's not going to agree with it. And he's going to get his money worth because he's already been tossed. So it's going to mean what it's going to mean is Callahan's out. There'll be one out in the inning. You'll have Matheson at first base on a fielder's choice. And you'll have one out with Tommy Rover at the plate. So I think you're going to have a new coach. Pretty sure he got tossed. And Colonel Ted's going to take over at third base. You need someone at first base.
Rounding up for the Chinooks, Tommy Rover.
And I guess you're going to send maybe Easton Babe out to first base or somebody. Connor Brown. Needs someone at first base. Got a base runner over there and nobody coaching. First pitch gets away, and there goes the runner to second. Matheson, the go-ahead run. Well, that's a pass ball. Ball just came out of the glove of Huck Wathen. And I'm going to score a pass ball here. And now you got the go-ahead run in scoring position. You do have an out as Colonel Ted takes over at first, and you do have, looks like the Babe at first base. And the dugout fired up for a couple of reasons. One, Coach Cole got tossed. Two, he got the winning run at second here in the 7th inning of a 7-inning ball game. Here's the 2-0. And it's 3-0. Boy, Max Martin had to wait all that time during the discussion between Tim Cole and the umpire. And he wasn't throwing strikes to begin with, so it's a 3-0 count to Rover, the pitch. Ball 4. So the second walk for Martin. That's 9 walks for Pilot pitching. First and second, 1 out. And that really doesn't hurt you now. With 1 out, you're still just 1 pitch away from a double play end of the inning. Here comes the coach to calm down Max Martin. And Ty Beck will step in with 2 on, 1 out here in the 7th. And here come the Pilot infielders to try to have a little team meeting here. Now the inning started with a walk to Callahan, and then Matheson hit a slow ground ball to second base. Callahan tried to stop at the last moment, and so did second baseman Will Bermudez. The umpire called interference immediately, and Tim Cole didn't agree with the call. He went out after they had consulted and kind of knew he was going to get tossed, and he did. 2 on, 1 out, and now it's tied back. The first pitch from Martin misses inside, ball 1. Now it's been a back and forth battle here in game 1 of the doubleheader. And the Nooks got another chance to take the lead. The 1-0. Off the plate, 2-0. Well, I'll tell you what, Max Martin has not thrown many strikes since coming on. And he's fallen behind Ty 2-0. Here's the pitch. That's short of the plate, 3-0. And you can hear that Chinook dugout. They are fired up. 3 balls, no strikes, 1 pitch away from loading them up. And it would be Logan Mance at the plate. The pitch, ball 4. And Ty Beck has drawn a walk, and the Nooks have loaded the bases. Third walk of the inning for Max Martin. I'm not sure how far you go with this guy until you start thinking about using your bullpen. You got, well, I can't see down the bullpen right now, but it is Logan Mance for the first time today. First pitch in there for a strike. Logan Mance took over at third base when Ryan Matheson came on to pitch, and so he has not seen a live pitch until just then. No balls and a strike. The 0-1. Fly ball, shallow right. It's going to be shallow, not sure it's deep enough. We'll see. The catch, the runner's going to be sent home. Here's the throw to the plate, and they're saying he missed the tag. Ryan Matheson jumped over the catcher. They're having a big argument at home plate, and now here comes the coach, Garrick Mosiello, and what a strange turn of events here in this inning. There's no way they're gonna get together, but there's nobody that had a better view than the home plate umpire. And if they overturn this, and that's going to be a unfortunate turn for the Chinooks. Ryan Matheson stopped on a dime and jumped over the catcher, Huck Wathan. Home plate umpire maintaining that he missed the tag. The only thing they're going to ask here is if either of those umpires saw the catcher tag him, because obviously if he tagged him, he's out because he's way above and he hadn't touched the plate. So this is a reasonable appeal here. But the umpires, boy, they're talking about it, and I think they might call him out. And if they do, that would be the end of the inning. And we'll see. A lot hinging on this appeal play. Don't have the review to go to. You can look at your replay on YouTube. They're going to stay with the safe call. And Garrick Mosiello is going to get tossed out of this game. So both head coaches have been tossed. And so a turn of events here in this inning as both head coaches have been thrown out of this game. And the Chinooks have taken a 5-4 lead. And a really strange play. It'll end up being a sacrifice fly to right field for Logan Mance. It was hit very shallow, and the right fielder, Elijah Rodriguez, came in and he let it fly to the plate. The ball beat the runner by a bunch, and it actually pulled Huck Wathen way in front of the runner. And in doing so, the base runner, Ryan Matheson, stopped and leaped over Wathen, and the home plate umpire called him safe. And without seeing a replay, I'm not going to have a strong opinion on it. He definitely got over him. Now, the question is whether Wathen touched him with the ball in the glove. And if he did, he would be out. But the call will stand, and the Chinooks will take a 5-4 lead here. And they still got some chances to score. Second and third, 2 outs for Kevin Durant. He's got 2 hits today. First pitch to Kevin. Off the plate, ball 1. Now that Chinook dugout fired up. So you got neither head coach in this game anymore. And the Nooks with a 5-4 lead. The pitch in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. You got Rover at third, Ty Beck at second. A 1-1 count on Kevin Durant, the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Well, boy, it really would go a long way if you could get another run or 2 here and have a little more cushion going to the bottom of the 7th. Again, we're playing 7 here. Doubleheader day at the ballpark. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 aboard. The pitch. Just a tick low outside. 2-2. Well, gotta believe you're gonna come back with a fastball here. We'll see what he does. Kevin Durant, 2 for 3 today. A couple of singles, 1 to center, 1 to right. Now Durant's gonna call time. And we'll go back at it. Deuce is wild on the board, second and third. The pitch. Just a bit somewhere. Pretty good spot, might have been high. Kevin Durant gets the call. Payoff pitch coming up here in a 5-4 game. We're in the top of the 7th. The Nooks have scored a run to take the lead. Here's the 3-2. Strike 3 called, and he knew it. Kevin Durant gets called out on strikes, and that'll end the inning. But the Chinooks get 1 run on no hits. They leave 2 on, both in scoring position. That'll be 8 left on for the day, and 6 of them in scoring position. But they do take the lead. And your new scores, we go to the bottom of inning number 7. It'll be up to Ryan Matheson to preserve, and he'll get a win if he holds on here. It's the Chinooks 5 and the Pilots 4. Well, a shout out to Miss Freeman from Fresno, California. Thanks for checking in. The Nooks, 3 outs from another Sunday win. They're 4-0 on Sundays. And all 4 wins are against this Pilot Club. Really a strange factoid there. 2 of them at home. And those 2 were both walk-off wins. And then a doubleheader sweep last Sunday through the rain. First pitch. Misses, ball 1. Pretty good pitch right there. This is Joey Wright, 9-1-2 for the Pilots. Joey Wright, 1 for 2 on the day. Base hit to right field. There's a ground ball to third. Logan Mance fields it, throws it, 1 out. So Joey Wright grounds out to Logan Mance. First time he's had a chance to catch the ball today. It'll roll it back to the top of the lineup. Will Carpenter rolled into a double play his last time up. Carpenter 0 for 2. Struck out in the third, walked, and scored a run in the first. Ryan Matheson trying to get his 3rd win of the summer. Foul tip, and strike 1. Austin Young held on. The set, the 0-1 pitch, that's well off the plate. Really has come into his own as a closer. Threw a little bit last summer and a lot for the Masters University. And he's done a really nice job as a back-end bullpen pitcher for the Chinooks this summer. Next pitch, off the plate, counts even, 2-2. Next pitch, in there for a strike. And he got him looking. That ball's got some hair on it. If you're not gearing up to try to foul it off, no shot. Strikeout number 3 for Matheson, 9 strikeouts for Chinook pitching. And now it's Will Bermudez. Last hope for the Pilots. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Swings through a breaking pitch. On the day, Bermudez doubled in the first inning and a couple of fly balls to center. He's 1 for 3. The 0-1. Pop up, out of play, 0-2. Down to your last strike. Ryan Matheson trying to nail down his 3rd win of the summer. The 0-2, just off the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Chinooks, 5 runs on 5 hits. I think they've committed an error. 1 error, yeah, Audie's got a throwing error. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, got him. There's your ball game. 10 strikeouts for Chinook pitching, 4 for Ryan Matheson, and the Nooks do it again. They win late against the Pilots. Your final score, Chinooks 5 runs on 4 hits, 1 error. The Pilots 4 runs on 4 hits and no errors. So that'll wrap things up for game 1, and we will give you a quick wrap up here, and do not have a box score to draw from, so I'm gonna have to look at my score sheet. Go back and wrap up the scoring. The Pilots started the scoring off in the bottom of the first inning. A 2-run double by Blake Jackson gave them a 2-0 lead, but the Nooks, not for long. A 2-run single by Ryan Linasio would score Ty Beck and Kevin Duran, and we were tied at 2. It stayed tied at 2 until the 5th inning. The Nooks would get a run on a solo home run by Ryan Linasio, his 3rd RBI of the ball game. And it was 3-2 Nooks. Well, the Pilots would score 1 run in their half of the 5th as Stinson walked to lead the inning off, and he would score on a double play by Will Carpenter. And we were tied at 3. Both teams would score a single run in the 6th inning, and we were tied at 4. And the Nooks, in the top of the 7th inning, a leadoff walk to Callahan, a fielder's choice by Matheson, that created all the hubbub in the 7th inning. There was an interference call made, and so Callahan was deemed out by interfering with second baseman Will Bermudez. Tim Cole got thrown out of the game arguing the call, and not long after that, there was a pass ball that moved Matheson to second. Rover was walked. Ty Beck was walked, And with the bases loaded, Logan Mance, in his first at bat of the day, hit a sac fly to shallow right field, and Elijah Rodriguez rifled it home to Huck Wathen, and Ryan Matheson jumped over Wathen and was called safe. There was an argument that ensued. Head coach Garrig Mosiello was thrown out at that point, and we had neither head coach finishing the ball game. And the Nooks would hold on as Matheson comes in and strikes out 4 batters in his relief appearance, getting his 3rd win of the summer. So he'll go to 3-0, will Ryan Matheson. The tough loss will go to Max Martin. And so that'll wrap things up for game 1. And we'll take about a 30-minute break and be back on the air with game number 23. The Nooks, by winning this game, of course, we just said that Ryan Matheson will get the win. The loss will go to Martin. In losing the game, the Pilots will now go to 11-11. They are even 500. The Nooks are 10-12 on the year, and that will take us into game 2 of the doubleheader. So about 30 minutes from now, we will be back on the air with game number 2. And so this is Dr. John Groth from Anchorage, Alaska. The Nooks win a close one, a good one, by a score of 5-4. We'll be off the air for about 30 minutes. Start that stream up as soon as we get the lineups up here in the press box. Until then, so long, everybody.